Good afternoon, everybody. We Paddy from across the shop, and you're very welcome back to the channel. And what I'm doing today is my 2023 collection, and this is Knives of Europe. This is little collections I've got and a couple of single ones from around Europe that are sort of out of the normal categories. So I'm going to just start off with France, which is our nearest neighbour, and I'll start up with this beautiful made in French Arylic, and this is a beautiful ram's horn handle. You've got that dark side, which you often do with ram's horn. You'll get a dark side, but then you get that beautiful, beautiful creamy horn. It is just beautiful ram's horn. Lovely blade shape. This is another knife you can see. This is a knife I used for a steak knife, an eating knife, and then I fell out with it. As I do, I've been collecting, steak knives up. That's one of my things. This was my, and it probably still is one of my, well, it'd be my best one. And this is a beautiful Lethers knife. Look at that for a steak knife. This is, you can see that there, horn. This is buffalo horn. You can see that in the handle. It is a stunning piece. There's a bit of feathering up here, but a just beautiful steak knife. Really nice, but to be honest with you, really too good for me. Really too good for me. But I mean, I used it and loved it. And then we're going to go on to my custom. This is my only custom knife from France. This is from a fella called Ballestieri in France. An absolutely beautiful hand rubbed satin blade. Look at that blade. Isn't that just, it is so well done, so finely done. The time you must have spent hand rubbing that is amazing. It's made in micarta. You can see that burlap sort of micarta, blue liners, which I didn't think would go with it. Lovely backspacer. A really beautiful knife, I have to say. And I got it for the blade shape. Just look at that. It's so unusual to everything else out there. I think, for a folding knife, for a non-locking knife. It's good wide grip on it. You get a really comfortable grip. And for any sort of work you want to do, this is definitely just a beautiful. This is an N690, I believe. That half stop just bounces up and beautifully done. Centered. Ballestieri. You'll see him on Instagram an awful lot. I followed him for ages. So it was nice to get one of his. My only complaint with this was the it has a lovely, look at that, pin through there, and then put white micarta or white G10 in there, and I don't understand that. I really wish I could get that. I might even send it back to him and see if he could put, something more decent there, for want of a better word. But I love the knife. It's a beautiful knife, and I probably won't spend the money because I'm tight. This is a little small. I love collecting these. If you've seen any of my collection, you'll see more of them to come. But this is a Benedictine, which is a French drink, and a wee pen knife that is made in France. Carbon steel blades, lovely little edge on them, sharp little knife, great for use. But isn't that lovely? And then on the other side, you get the bottle. I just adore this one. Adore it. And it's aluminium that's made of. Beautiful little knife. So that's France. Let's take them away. And we're going to move on to Spain. And here is, I've got another 4 from Spain. This we're going to start with. This is a Nieto, made by Nieto. It's Nieto. This is in 440C. Beautiful hollow grind. Wood insert. I think that's olive wood in the insert there. You can see that M Nieto. Lovely finger grooves. They're actually very, very comfortable, I'll have to say. My back one sort of hangs on a bit, but it's very, very comfortable knife. And actually the clip is amazing. The clip just disappears. You don't feel that clip. It's lovely. A really nice little lockback knife. Lovely. And we're going to go on to a Joker, and I think this is also in olive wood. This is a very cheap little knife from France in carbon. This is from Joker. A lovely handle again, really beautiful. Honestly, this is such a budget knife. I can't remember, wouldn't be much more than £20. Just a beautiful little knife, lovely wooden handles, not a gap down the back. Amazing what you can do. Joker makes some really lovely knives, very underestimated if you haven't used them. And then this again, another one of my favorite knives. I say that, you know, it's my collection, so you know, this is, I haven't long got this, and I got this for £20, I think. An absolutely beautiful knife made in France by, or in Spain, by Gomez, Gomes Albacteri. Oh, not sure. But a lovely, lovely knife. Just love that blade. And this in hand is just beautiful. Really secure for doing your cuts with this little turn up at the bottom. Absolutely gorgeous. And I have one more in that same sort of shape, except this is a locking knife. And you just pull it open and you'll hear that lock beautifully into place. Again, that same blade shape, which I love. This is a smaller knife, and yet it's still very, very comfortable in hand. Really comfortable in hand. Carbon steel blade. I absolutely adore this one. This is the first one I got with an unusual locking mechanism. So to unlock it, you have to lift this up, push forward, drop it down, and that's it. Look, it's a two-handed knife, whatever way you look at it. And now it's just imitation stag bone, probably a very, very cheap knife. There's a fair age to this one. Love this back spring on this and the way the opening mechanism works. Really lovely. So there's my 4 from Spain. You're getting a right variety of knives today, and I hope you enjoy that, because that's my collection, is variety. I love variety of knives. Now, I've done my Boker, but these are other German makes that I got. And this one, really, I can't tell you how well made this is. This is made in Solingen, Germany. It's obviously a copy of just says Inox Solingen, Germany, and then Putex. But I think that is, sorry, I'll bring that up there. They are Putex, and then it's got Solingen, Germany, and nothing on the other side. But this is their take on the sack knife. Now, when it was made, I'm not sure. Maybe anybody can help me. Look at that lovely little clip. I love the little clip. And then you've got your front tools, which is your can opener and screwdriver. And then your bottle opener. Well, it's a bottle opener and a can opener. That must just be, what is that now? That's a can opener, that's a bottle opener and screwdriver, yes. I'm not very bright at the best of times. And you have a corkscrew and a punch in the back of it. There we go, lovely little punch, just for getting through a bit of leather. But that's probably one of the best non-sack knives that I own. It really is in mint condition. I've no idea when it was made, nothing at all, no information. But I just had to have it, because that is one hell of a comparison. Now, let's go to this little beauty, this little mother of pearl. It is just gorgeous. It's perfect in every way. There's no chips, there's no nothing. There isn't a huge amount of colour in it, but the reflectivity of it is just gorgeous. You know, it's like the sun breaking through the clouds, isn't it? It's just beautiful. Love this knife. And this is one of 2 fighting roosters that I have. Beautiful knives. Unusual shape for just a little jackknife. And there you have the fighting rooster on the blade. And I love that etch. It's really well done. And it's deep, you know, it's a deep etch in here. Really is nice. So, one of my few mother of pearl knives. Now you can see, sometimes you can see the colour, and then other times it's really hard on camera to get the colour to come out. But beautiful knife, love it. And this is another one. This is one of my favourite. This has the toggle and 2, as I would call it, on the shield. And again, this is a fighting rooster, and the engraving is ultra thick in this, and it's 1995, and it's Swing Low Sweet Chariot. And as a rugby player, that is one of the songs that I sang, Fighting Rooster, and I just had to have that. And I love the shield on that. Had to have one. And this buffalo horn is just beautiful. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Fit and finish on these. And all 3 of these is just immaculate, I'll have to say. Immaculate. Love that knife too. And it's a Stockman. So let me just get this out. You also get, it's nearly, well, sheep's foot, yeah, I'm going to call it a sheep's foot. And then you have your spay blade on the other side, and the picture of the fighting roosters on all the blade edges. Snap is amazing, fit and finish, made in solids in Germany. Gorgeous little knives from Germany, never let you down. So there we go. And now we're on to the last few. Don't worry, this is now my Italian, and I've only got two. I used to have a lot more lion steels and all that, but I don't have any of them now. They went all by the wayside. This is a little Mazarin. And it's nearly like a toothpick. You know, it has that sort of bend to it like a toothpick. Just a little jackknife. Lovely little blade with a hollow grind on it. Very thin behind the edge. I love the bone on this. The bone is just beautiful. Now, I do believe I have a little crack somewhere on it. I think there's a, if you can see down there, there's a very fine crack. But I've had this quite a while now. It's stable. It doesn't seem to be moving, so it's not bothering me. But that side just makes up for it. Look at that. That is, oh, that's what collecting's all about. Simple little knife, but beautifully made beautiful by the jigging and the bone that's been used in the dyeing. It's just gorgeous. Love that one. And then my other one, this is one of my very favourite non-locking work knives. This is the Ace. This is the giant mouse, and I do believe they're made in Italy. I could be wrong. It's not something I've ever followed up. I just picked it out and thought, oh yeah, it must be. So I hope it is, and I'm not being a silly boo. But that is beautiful. I dyed it. This came with the green micarta, and I dyed it blue, and I think I made a beautiful job of it. It really makes the knife, I don't know, it actually makes it really gentlemanly. It's not a thick knife, but beautiful rounded over spine and a little bit of jimping back there. It just catches your hand lovely. I just think that is a beauty. So thin behind the edge. M390 on this. An Ace Farley. So if you ever get a chance, that's a real keeper in any collection. Just a great wee work knife. And that is it, Lee. Over and done. So I've only got two more now. And one of them, definitely Polish. This is my newest acquisition, or not acquisition because I didn't buy it. But this is a Herman Knives that Polish Custom Knives sent me to review and for my collection. And this is beyond words. And I'm not going to go into great detail because I've got a full review coming on this. But come on. How flipping gorgeous is that? And that's folded metal and you can feel it. It is just beautiful. Super thin behind the edge. That wee edge, that's the edge on it. And it's razor sharp. Razor sharp. Just a beautiful, and that's powdered steel as well, Damasteel. And then you've got your Damascus here, that beautiful Damascus, and you've got a Damascus backspacer, and one of the best clips in the market. You just don't feel it. Completely disappears from your hand. I can get 4 fingers on now. My last finger's right on the edge, but that's enough. You know, I'm hanging on and I'm doing great. It's very, very comfortable. And I have a large hand, and that wee knife is very, very comfortable. Liner lock, there we go. Perfectly. Just a gem of a knife. And the last one, and we're going to call them Russian. We're going to call them Russian. We're going to call them European. I suppose we have to. This is a Russian-made knife. This is a Cherbakov small stitch. This is an M390. Beautiful. This was a bronzed colour titanium handle and pocket clip, which again is another amazing pocket clip. Just so good. Backspacer. You can see these little line details. They just follow through and make what's, you know, all you've got is your your pivot here. No other screws on here. It's not clean. It's a, to me it's the poor man Shirogorov, but it's not that cheap to buy either. But it, you know, it was about a £300 knife, but it is just so well made. It is beautiful. Love the liner lock again. Drops, and there you go. A beautiful, beautiful knife. And the thwack of that opening is just amazing. Beautiful knife. So that is the last of my European knives. So I would just like to thank you so much for watching. There's a bit of eye candy. I'm on RJ's Lives tonight at 6:30 UK time. Please come along and watch it. It's usually a bit of a crack. And me and Justin will be having another live this week as well. But we'll let you know as soon as that's sorted out the time for that. And I'm away. I hope you enjoyed this. This will be in my library like all my other... I've done quite a few now of the collection videos. They're in the library. Just go into my main page, the home page, head to library, and you can get to look at the rest of them. And there'll be more to follow because there's more to come. That makes sense, doesn't it? Beautiful. Gorgeous. Bye now.